You know, just moments ago, well, a video before this, not moments, but I actually should say, the video before this, I talked about how Sonic Sat AM had returned to television via Starz Media, and mostly being aired as part of on their Starz Kids and Family channel. But it's also seen on Starz On Demand. You go to Starz On Demand, you go to the series section, the series category, and then when you click on the series category on Starz On Demand, you scroll down. Well, let me put it this way. You go to Starz On Demand, you click on the category series, and then you click on the subcategory, which is kids, and then you scroll, and then you'll have a whole listing of animated programming for kids. What you'll notice is a lot of this, some of the animated programming that's there is programming that I grew up on, and a majority of you grew up on in the 80s and the 90s. The two that stick out to me are Inspector Gadget, the original Inspector Gadget, and Heathcliff and the Cadillac Cats. Now what's intriguing about this is Inspector Gadget and Heathcliff and the Cadillac Cats air actually twice a day. They do. Here's how it looks to me, because I looked it up. I looked at it on the TV guide, on the little guide, on the Xfinity TV guide, if you will. Kind of scrolling fast, kind of scrolling forward to see what's coming on later on in the day and night. And apparently, Heathcliff and the Cadillac Cats, and I think at times Inspector Gadget, depending on what movies are shown before them, air around the 9:30, 10 o'clock, if not midnight hour. Yeah. But they don't air on the Starz Kids and Family Network, no. They air on Starz Encore. That's right, basically on the Encore Family channel. Encore, in case some of you don't know, is like what Cinemax is to HBO, and the movie channel is to Showtime. It's the secondary channel, it's the sister channel that gets all the movies and stuff about a few months after they've aired on the premium channel. So in other words, let's say Star Wars The Force Awakens is coming out now on Starz. Give it another few months and it'll show up on Encore. But basically that. So Heathcliff and the Cadillac Cats, along with Inspector Gadget, are on Encore. And again, what's unique about this is they're shown not just during the day, which is around the 12:31 to 12, basically the noon hour, basically in the noon hour time frame, or something like that, or the 12:30 time frame, but they're also aired at night. Now again, it all depends on what movies come on before it, because sometimes they'll either be aired around the 9:30 time frame or the 10 o'clock or 10:30 time frame. But they also get shown a little bit, I think, even at late night, again, depending on the movies. So yeah, Heathcliff and the Cadillac Cats and Inspector Gadget, shows we grew up on. Not only do we get to see them, if we can, on demand, which we can do as part of the Starz package, but we also get to see them, and not only get to see them, I'm trying to say, during the day, like we used to as kids, but now we get to watch them as primetime shows. That's unique. I mean, be honest with yourself. Did you ever think you'd be in a time, in an era of time, in a generation where you could say Heathcliff and the Cadillac Cats and Inspector Gadget are not just weekday afternoon cartoons, but they're also weeknight primetime shows? I don't think I would have thought that would be possible. Now, of course, you're probably thinking, well, you can make them primetime shows anytime you want if you get the DVD sets. Of course you can. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt. But, with that said, it's still a bit of a surprise that Heathcliff and the Cadillac Cats and Inspector Gadget not only air during the weekday afternoons, but Sorry about that. I was checking something. My mom's off work now, getting off work, so I thought she had gotten off early, so sorry about that. But anyway, like I'm saying, you know, it's hard to, you know, basically, if someone would have told you, what I was trying to say is, if someone would have told you that that was possible, I don't think we would have believed it. I mean, come on, back in the 80s, when we grew up, a lot of us though, like I did, do you think when Heathcliff came on and then Inspector Gadget before that, do you think, honestly, we thought, oh, these are going to be primetime shows? No, they were mostly weekday morning or weekday afternoon. But now, all of a sudden, here they are. Thanks to Starz Media. They're part of the Encore Family channel, the Encore Family and Kids channel. And they're being seen not just during the day, but at night. But they're not alone. They're not alone either. Then Encore also has some of the early 90s cartoons as well. One of them is Paddington Bear. Well, another incarnation of it. And it's aired during prime time right before Heathcliff and the Cadillac Cats. Again, though, like I said, it all depends exactly on what time they get aired. You see, again, it depends on the movie that gets aired before it, and then they get aired. They got that, basically Encore has that filler time in the family channel to fill up, so they put it right there. Obviously what they go by, and Starz is going with the same thing, obviously with Sat AM, Sonic Sat AM, is going by what is going to probably be the most watched animated program that they could put in to fill that time rate, or that time frame. And obviously they know Heathcliff's a very popular character, they know Cadillac Cats are a very popular characters, so there you go. But again, this is a huge deal overall, not just for Heathcliff and the Cadillac Cat show, Inspector Gadget, Paddington Bear, but for both parties aside. See, what this does for Starz Media, and mostly for Cookie Jar Entertainment, DHX Media, is it opens the door to a lot of possibilities. Like I said about Sonic Sat AM, it opens the door, if not knocks it down completely, to a whole new generation of kids. You know, there's a lot of families that will watch Encore in Encore's family channel. Let's say if Inside Out shows up on there, which it probably has already. And then all of a sudden after Inside Out you have Heathcliff and the Cadillac Cats. That new generation will be seeing that, will keep their eyes glued and see that. And they'll have questions with their parents who grew up watching it, and they might become enthralled by it. They might want to see more. And that will in itself possibly start moving the ball off, or start getting the ball rolling, I should say, for DHX Media, Cookie Jar Entertainment, to probably get a newer generation introduced to maybe a newer incarnation or rebooted or retconned or whatever you revamped, if you will, version of Heathcliff and the Cadillac Cats. I guarantee you, as much as they're going to like watching Heathcliff, if the Cadillac Cats, I guarantee you this, will be the one they enjoy the most. And that could be where the ball gets rolling to finally get something for the Cadillac Cats. Because honestly, in my opinion, I think a lot of people back in the 80s and 90s when it would air off and on, mostly in the 80s when it was just a weekday morning deal in syndication, there's no doubt a lot of us like the Cadillac Cats more than Heathcliff. Heathcliff had some cool adventures and everything, don't get me wrong. You know, it's nice seeing Sonia actually get involved in a fight here and there, but still, it's like everybody preferred the Cadillac Cats more, I think, over Heathcliff due to the fact that they went on more worldwide adventures than Heathcliff ever did. Heathcliff was more, at most times contained within his neighborhood, within his city limits of Westminster. The Cadillac Cats, they went beyond that. And I think that's what made them popular. I think that's what made characters like Riff Raff, Cleo, Hector, Wordsworth, and Mungo, Leroy, and any other characters associated with them popular even to this day. And I look at this as a positive thing for characters like that, because now this new generation gets opened up, and in a sense they're going to have characters through the Heathcliff and Cadillac Cat show that they can watch and relate to. Now, it's not just Heathcliff, but it's also Inspector Gadget. We know that Netflix has a new Inspector Gadget CGI show, which sounds like it's been doing pretty well. But now, fans of that will be able to watch the original version and see exactly how this came about, exactly how it all started. And you know what? Again, it opens the door to a new generation to want to see exactly where Inspector Gadget started, and maybe want to see more of it. I mean, why do you think he got a new show? Because Netflix, they saw something. While the people across the pond, they saw something. Like there was still a fan base, there was still a following for this to, be something for them to sink their teeth into. And that's exactly what they did. They sank their teeth into it. And Netflix picked up on it, brought it over here. Could that happen with the Cadillac Cats and Heathcliff? Absolutely. More so, I think it's going to be for the Cadillac Cats because, like I said, you're in a generation now where you have characters here from a 1984 to 1987 series they can relate to. I guarantee it. But again, it's not just them either. As much as I hate to say it, you got things like Angela Anaconda, which to me, as I mentioned in Sonic's at AM vid, is nothing more than a rip or riff on Mad. Basically, it's a copycat of Mad. Let's put it that way. Look at the way the main character's face looks. That's a picture of the Mad mascot pasted on there with female features. Period. But you still might have fans, young viewers that might like it. And a new generation that might like it. Same with Paddington Bear. The movie came out, last year? Or earlier this year? People liked it. Here you go. Sabrina, right now on demand, only has 3 episodes. But there will be people that still like her. It's a whole peripheral of 80s, 90s, and maybe early 2000s Dick Entertainment, DHX Media, Cookie Jar Entertainment programming that is there as part of the Starz Media Network. On demand, all you have to do, and I mentioned this, is go to Starz on demand, go to the series category, go to the kids subcategory inside of that, scroll down, and you'll see exactly what's available. Now, not all episodes of all the series are available yet. They're still building the library. Some of these programmings that they have part of the kids family section expire around the end of this year or towards the end of this year, some into next year. But what I've noticed is Heathcliff and the Cadillac Cats, Sabrina, Sonic the Hedgehog and Inspector Gadget are all expiring August 31st. My older sister's birthday are all expiring August 31st, 2018. So in other words, you have 2 years to enjoy them either on demand or as part of on air or being aired, broadcast organically like they used to be. One of the things that's unique about this is there are no commercials. That's one thing we're gonna like. No commercials, straightforward. Another thing as well is, as far as I know, is they're totally uncut. Nothing's been cut out, nothing's been butchered, it's all there. Now, what's unique about this as well, and I mentioned this with Sonic Sat AM, I mentioned this. What's unique about this is I look at the time there. And the reason I look at the time is because my camera, when I'm filming in 1080p 60 frames per second, after it goes out beyond 20 minutes or a little beyond 19 minutes and 30 seconds, something like that, 47 seconds, it likes to split into 2 parts. So I'm trying to avoid that. But like I was saying, the one thing I like about this is, and I mentioned this when I talked about Sonic Sat AM, is all the shows are presented in 16:9 widescreen and 720 HD. In other words, Starz Media, I don't know how they did it. Starz Media, again, I don't know how they did it, was able to upscale not just the picture to 720, sorry, I was just checking again. Anyway, like I said, Starz Media, and I guess along with DHX Media, Cookie Jar Entertainment, they weren't just able to upscale the picture from 480 to 720. They were able to upscale and upconvert the picture from 4:3 to 16:9. Yeah. I know that sounds crazy, but it's the truth. You know, when I watched Sonic Sat AM on demand and as an episode aired yesterday on television, it was presented format-wise in 16:9, and it was in 720p, which is amazing. And these are believe it or not, non-HD channels. Non-HD. But it's kind of like with TBN, Trinity Broadcasting Network. They are non-HD. We only have the non-HD channel of that. But yet, everything's presented almost in just about 16:9 widescreen. You know why? Because I think what's going on is with the introduction of 4K, 720 is becoming the new 480, and 1080 is becoming the new 720. So in other words, 720 is basically becoming standard, 1080 is becoming HD, and 4K is becoming the Ultra, becoming the UHD. I think that's what's going on. Basically, 720 is becoming the new standard when it comes to watching television, old and new. But I know it sounds crazy, but it's the truth. It is the absolute truth. I even watched an episode of Heathcliff on demand, and guess what? 16:9 format presentation, 720 HD. And it's crazy. I know it sounds crazy, but it's the truth. And you know what? I am thankful we have something like that. And you know what? By broadcasting it in the 16:9 widescreen format and ratio and this 720 pixelization, it breathes new life into them. And like I said, I think it's also a way to introduce a new generation to these characters and these shows. So, yeah, Starz Media along with DHX Media / Cookie Jar / Dick Entertainment have struck a deal. So Starz, basically, the title of this is going to say Starz Media breathes new life into Dick Entertainment shows from the past, or from the 80s and 90s. So let me know what you guys think down below. Comment if you like, and I'm out.